So my friend Jason in middle school and high school, his mom, Jeanette, is super, super sweet. I've always loved Jeanette. And she's been following me on Instagram, which I kind of shut down to the public. It's just like my friends that I actually know right now. So if you request to follow, I probably won't accept it unless I know you. But she's been following me on Instagram, following my gardening journey. And she just brought me the sweetest gift. I'm going to turn this around. She brought me these 2 boxes full of the most beautiful squash and pumpkin starts. Like, are these so sweet? They're gorgeous. And I don't have it with me because I left it inside. I didn't want it to get damaged out here. Pumpy gourds. I love those. So sweet. You guys, this is the sweetest thing that's ever happened in my garden life. So I'm going to get those planted out, and I have some squash starts from my grandpa, squash and pumpkins, I think, that my mom asked me. They're my mom's, but she asked me to plant them out here. Actually, I offered because I have so much more room than they do for that kind of plant. They just take up so much space, and I've got tons of room out here. So I'm going to work on getting all of these starts planted, but I'm still working on getting the garden covered and protected from whatever critter has been eating leaves. So I think before I get anything planted out, I need to run to the store, and I want to pick up, my goal is to pick up those mesh garbage cans that the not personal. I don't know what they're called. Those little like wire mesh garbage cans at the Dollar Tree. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're just like small. And what you can do is turn them upside down and like put them like over the plant like this. Put it like over the plant like a cloche. And so what I'd like to do is count how many plants I have. And then I'm going to run into town and get some of those to cover these individually. And then I need to get the bird netting for the main garden. I was in town this morning, and I'm covered in stuff from that tree. I was in town this morning working, and my daughter called me sick to pick her up. So I did that and then totally forgot that I needed to get the netting. So I think I'm going to run back to town and get that handled right now, and then come back out and get some planting done. So it's going to be a fun day. I absolutely love pumpkins and gourds of all kinds. They are my most favorite to grow. They just bring me the most happiness. Pumpkins and sunflowers. It's definitely one of my dreams to have a pumpkin patch someday. So we're going to definitely have a harvest party this fall. And just let everybody pick their pumpkins for the year. And it's going to be really fun getting to share all of these. So definitely a very sweet treat. I'm excited to share updates with Jeanette. Thank you so, so much. That was one of the kindest things. Thank you. Our neighbor has cows, and this one just wants to talk to me and help me garden today. Are you so cute? They're so sweet. I'm gonna go check on the birds real quick. See what they're up to, and then I'll run to town, and then I'll be back to do some work. Hey babies, are we hot? It might be hot now. Should we move that lamp up? Or do you kind of like having a spot? There's like all this room where they could go if they were too hot. Oh my word, they're so cute. They've grown today, and they have more little downy feathers. Look how their feathers are filling in already. Look how healthy you are. One of the nice things about these birds is that I got the broilers at 2 weeks old. No, we're not escaping. Sorry, sir. My phone's like blocking them. All right. The girls helped me come up with this plan. You can't see it very well, but I've got this deer netting. And we just use bamboo stakes, tomato cages down the middle. And there's just a row of deer netting covering all of the pumpkins that we just planted. I just planted all the pumpkins that were from our friend Jeanette that brought those to me today. And in all the holes where I've got the tomato cages, I'm planting sunflowers there. I got this cute little windmill thing today. You can probably not see very well, but the netting isn't fully covering these outside plants. I'm hoping that the fact that we've got netting on everything else is enough to deter whatever is coming in until tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get those. I just never made it to the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna try to get those mesh trash cans. Holy cow, it's looking like a real garden. And a mess. Also, that whining you hear is our black lab. And she's just mad she's not with her people. She's not being abused, I promise. Okay, so I went to the Dollar Tree. They didn't have garbage cans, but they did have these mesh baskets. And I thought what I grabbed was a stack of round ones, but it looks like only one of them was round and the rest of them were ovular. I don't think that's the right word. Let me show you what I've done. So these squash are pretty small, and I just put the basket on and put a landscape staple here. This is what they look like. And just stabbed it in there. I could take the tag off, I guess. This is a temporary fix because this plant is almost that big. But the deer netting that I got isn't fitting. Let me make it a little wider. The deer netting that I got isn't fitting. It's not quite wide enough to carry on to this side. So I'm just gonna cover these real quick. But otherwise, everything's looking pretty good. Hey, buddy.